Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kiki and Kibbitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with this week's edition of 90 Days and 900 Seconds. Before the 90 days, the tell-all part 2. We have finally made it to the light at the end of the tunnel. We have survived all of Jasmine's temper tantrums, hearing about Gino's sexual problems all season. We have survived Tyray's catfishing storyline. We have survived Amanda's gaslighting, Amanda's terrible attitude. We have survived Misha, the 46-year-old virgin. We have survived David and Sheila and all the emotions. We have survived Riley and Violet. We have survived it all, guys. And if I was going to give this season a grade in total, okay, an overall grade, I would give it a solid C. Okay, to be honest, a solid C. So let's set 900 seconds on the timer and let's get into this part 2 of the tell-all. So we start off with Riley and Violet because we need to wrap up. Who's the daddy of the baby? Was there ever a baby? What happened to the baby? Okay, so basically, to summarize it, Violet insists that there was a baby, but due to her health and age, there is no longer a baby. Now, she insists that it didn't happen on purpose, so I'm assuming that she had a miscarriage. Tiffany, Riley's sister, doesn't believe it, okay? And she believes because, Violet was not speaking to Riley at the time, certain things, but Riley is just trying to soak all this in. This is the first time he's hearing about all this. Tiffany believes that the baby could be, could be his, the timing could be right. Riley's just sitting there soaking this all in. He's just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Okay, to be honest with you. That's just the look on his face. And Violet's coming to the US. She's coming to the US on a tourist visa. And hopefully her and Riley could hug it out and doors open. But according to Riley's IG story, nah, that's bullshit. The door ain't open. He ain't having it. And but Tiffany says she sees feelings between the two of them. According to the IG story I saw last night, I don't think so. But you never know. So here we go. Cleo and Christian. Now this okay. So first of all, Christian's family has been critical about this whole thing. Okay. They're because his family's like the masculine type and they're critical about his whole relationship. Secondly, Christian can't stop flirting, whether it be in person, whether it be online. He just can't stop flirting and he just doesn't see anything wrong with it. He's just being his usual friendly self, guys, okay? He's just being friendly. What is wrong with flirting with a chick on the Discord server that happens to like him? The chick has shown her, she has shown her interest to Christian, okay? She has apparently, according to Cleo, who didn't want to talk about it because it upsets her so much, and Christian, this chick has openly shown interest towards Christian, and Christian, just keeps talking to her. Hello? 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 Christian, the fuck is wrong with you? Doesn't your stack of money talk to you loud enough? I guess you're not hanging out with Molly Hopkins' prison kingpin. Like, no. No, no, no. So he, when everyone is basically telling him what an asshole he is, he's like, wow, I'm being attacked. Everyone's calling me everything from narcissistic, a huge flirt, to potentially cheating. I mean, Cleo's friend Jane is on the screen. Jane can't fucking stand him. Jane is like, he's a douchebag, basically, but she's too classy to say it. Then they bring out Deborah. Who is Deborah, you may ask? Well, Deborah is the chick that Christian met in the bar, the American who happened to be traveling, and Christian invited her to Thanksgiving. Oh, yes, she wouldn't show up to Thanksgiving, but she showed up to the tell-all, okay? And she said if she didn't know that Christian had a girlfriend, she would have definitely taken his actions as flirtatious. Wow. And she reminded Christian that even though he thinks that he's just being his normal, bubbly self, that maybe he should take in consideration how he comes off to other people and how that may affect his partner. Ding, 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 ding. Score 1 for Deborah, the total stranger who appeared on our screens for what, like 2 to 3 minutes? Yeah, score 1 for Deborah. So Christian doesn't like all of this heat coming at him. So guess what he does to deflect all of the heat coming at him? Take a wild guess. Just take a wild fucking guess. Hey, Cleo, will you marry me? Jasmine, mind you, Jasmine wants to punch him in the fucking face, okay? Jasmine is so fed up with Christian. Jasmine is like, what is wrong with you? He's like, Jasmine wants to murder Christian. Christian calls Jasmine a hypocrite and says, how are you going to criticize me when you go running off and talking to Dane every time you have a problem with Gino? And Jasmine is like, listen, you are an idiot because I only go running off and talking to Dane when I have problems with Gino because Dane is my friend. It's not like I go and running talking to strangers and everybody on the street and on Discord servers and on the internet and on Instagram and Facebook and every social media that I could find. I talk to one person. You're an idiot. Shut up. I mean, even Amanda is like ripping him. So he feels the heat coming from all sides. He decides to propose to Cleo. And Cleo's like, babe, as much as I love you, this is not the time nor the place. So we shall see. Guy's a fucking asshole. Sorry. David and Sheila. Sheila has opened a shop since David has gone back to the Philippines. She sells coffee and chips and snacks and things like that. So she's helping bring some income in, helping, to be self-sufficient. Good for you, Sheila. It's called, Sheila and David's shop. And so they show an unshown scene, a never before seen scene where David goes to the immigration attorney. And he realizes that if he marries Sheila in the Philippines, it will take 4 years to bring her over here. And that the shorter route, which is only 2 to 3 years, is to bring her over here on a K-1 visa. And poor David is so emotional when he calls Sheila to tell her. And Sheila's basically like, don't worry. I'm willing to wait as long as it takes, as long as our relationship is strong. I love you and I'm here. And David may work 85 hours a week, but he will find time for his texts and his video calls, even if he has to sneak off during one of his 2 jobs, he will find the time. And by the way, yes, he helped rebuild Sheila's house, okay? He came up with the money to help rebuild the house. They have a roof. It's beautiful. It's clean. It is where Sheila and her son and her dad deserve to live. Okay, so kudos, David. Cannot wait until you guys are able to live in the States together as a family. And by the way, Amy, the translator, David never looked at her like that. He only has eyes for Sheila. And he hasn't spoken to her since he left the Philippines. And only on this edition of the Tell-All, you will get Sex 101 sign language style. Okay? So, by the way, Gino, okay? And you'll get one of those. Okay? So do this, Gino, and you'll get one of these from Jasmine. Okay? So, like I said, David and Sheila, you guys are my favorite couple this season. And can't wait for Sheila to get her K1. So that's all I have to say about them. Now, we went back to Jasmine and Gino for a little bit and discussed the prenup. And you could see Jasmine, the steam was coming out of her ears. She is not having a prenup, okay? She feels very unprotected in the United States. She hasn't met Gino's family yet. She doesn't know what things are going to be like when she meets them. He needs to have a will. He needs to have something to protect her, okay? She's all the way here in the States, okay? And she's not going to be unprotected. Then we start discussing about how Jasmine peed on Gino in the freaking public jacuzzi. And everyone's like, ugh! Yes, okay? This is why you don't trust public jacuzzis in hotels, okay? Gross, gross, gross. Nicola, bless his heart. Nicola, bless his heart, said, you know, you guys have tried everything man-made. Why don't you just turn to Jesus? And Jasmine said, you know, that's a great idea. I'll just pray for more sex. Jesus, please, 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 please give me more sex. Please give me more sex. I don't think that's what he meant, Jasmine, but okay, you do that, hon. So now we have Amanda and Razvan, okay? And all I have to say is Amanda's sister spilled all the tea. And Amanda was like, relax, 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 sis, or I'm going to lock you in a closet when I get home. And I don't care what our parents say. I'm going to revert back to when we were kids, and I'm going to beat your ass and lock you in a closet. Relax, sis. So Razvan and Amanda have broken up. Shortly after she returned to the States, within like 2 to 3 weeks, they broke up, okay? And it seems like it's just a lot of crap between the two of them. He doesn't know what he wants. She doesn't know what she wants. But basically, like, she didn't like that he was trying to be controlling when it came to her career, her social media career, hopping on certain streams with certain people. And this is where her sister Amber comes in. And her sister Amber's like, well, let me spill the tea on this. He didn't like you hopping on a certain stream with a certain someone because, you know, first you were friends with a certain someone, and then it was romantic for a minute, and then it wasn't romantic. And, you know, Razvan had his suspicions, but I don't know if he knows that it became romantic for a minute. So, yeah, I kind of like spilled the tea. And Amanda is sitting the whole time going, relax, relax, relax. So yeah, that was awkward. And Riley thinks Razvan was playing a game. I'm sorry, Riley. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think Amanda was playing a game. I think Amanda was not sure what she wanted. She might have thought she wanted a relationship with Razvan, but like her sister said, even during the honeymoon period, they were fighting all the time. So what made Amanda think that she was going to have this fairy tale? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even though Razvan has his tourist visa and he's going to come to the States, He is absolutely not staying with Amanda. No way in hell. And Amanda's talking to someone else. So this all doesn't matter. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Tyray. We're gonna close out with poor Tyray. Okay, so Tyray's like, you guys were right. Yes, I totally ignored all the red flags. I ignored them all. They were slapping me in the face. And yes, I second guessed myself, but then I turned around and gaslit myself at the same time. So I was all fucked up. Yes, I admit it. I was all fucked up. So then they bring out Amelia, the producer, for a behind the scenes. Okay. And Amelia was like, this whole situation with Christian was so fucked up. And she plays the whole phone call that Tyray refused to listen to. Okay. And Christian's an asshole. Okay. Christian and his friend started this account about 4 years ago. Basically, just to scam people. He has no feelings for Tyray. Couldn't give two flying shits about him. Okay. Tyray was an ATM. He got about $2,000 to $3,000 out of him. He never intended it to go that far for Tyray to go to Barbados. But you know, he was offering to bring clothes, money, and cell phone. So he said, fuck it. This guy wants to come down. I'm gonna let him come down. So he did. And he told Tyray where to go, to some store, and he sat outside and watched him as he dropped off the goods. And when Amelia, the producer, asked Christian, what did you think of him? He said, I just thought he was another dumb American. You know something, Christian? I hope 1,000 birds shit on your head every day for the rest of your life. So they have a new phone number for Christian, and Tyray calls it. And of course, he doesn't answer. And Riley yells out when the voicemail picks up, we're gonna get you, motherfucker. So, we are unleashing the beast in Jasmine. Jasmine's gonna fuck up Christian. Riley's gonna fuck up Christian. I'm gonna fuck up Christian. I mean, Christian, you are unleashing a lot of bad karma onto yourself. The only concern Tyray has now is, unfortunately, the intimate photos that he sent to Christian that unfortunately included his face. Tyray. But all of this is behind him now. And with the rumors that he may be appearing on Single Life, let's hope he finds himself a woman who really appreciates him. That's all for now, guys. So, like I said, we all have reached the light at the end of the tunnel together. Thank you for sticking with me. And the new season of 90 Day Fiancé starts next week. So I will be recapping that as well. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit the like button. Check out wordonthestreetreality.com for all the tea you need. And share my video with a friend or 10. See you next time. Bye.